Welcome to TradeTheNDI.com. This is John's report. It's for the 19th of September, and we can see that early action pre-market 6 3/4 points up. However, we can see that from this configuration, we're likely to have very short-lived movement here. We've got the steel above, but until it actually dips down, we're probably just going to get more or less sideways action based on what we're looking at. Of course, we're looking also at the NQ, where the NASDAQ is actually back at its highs, where the ES was just slightly shy, and then the Dow is going to be much further behind, not anywhere near getting back here. So that just is a point that the industrial is still trailing. So we don't quite have an equilibrium. So something's going to give, and more likely we're going to either see a massive move for the Dow, or we're going to have some fade back of the ES and the S&P and NASDAQ to equalize that. Likewise, I mean, I haven't moved this from 250 bars ago, this range that I've had here for the euro between 115 and 1.8.5, and we've stuck right in the middle of it, which is not a surprise. I mean, it's right within our expectations of where it should be. We talked about how bonds would be fading in this situation as potential pressure for rates is still to the upside, which is going to put further downward pressure on TLT in this particular case, and gold. Slight improvement. We don't know how the bombings in New Jersey or New York are going to impact things, and whether or not that's going to escalate. That may have a little bit of an impact going forward. We won't know until a little bit later to see if that creates any accelerated panic or fear, at least from market makers. This particular point not showing anything as of yet, but that could change at any point as developments warrant. It's the one thing that news items can have an unknown effect, and that's something that the algorithms won't adjust to until probably as we get closer to the open. Oil, likewise, all the way back down to its lows, not unexpected as we came back up through here, and then ended up rejecting where the green midterm buyers faded back below rising shorts here in the form of the cyan rising, and then also now we're about to see the orange pop back into that range. And if it stays below the cyan and above the red and gets caught in the range there, we would expect to see, well, like this kind of action, either lower or sideways. So not looking too much from oil at this point. Here's the case chart as it was coming through. Turn around, pop back up here. Nothing really exhibited itself from August. This is sort of just a little bit of carried away movement, just getting back to where the pre-highs were. Back here, we tested the lows, and we ended up with higher extreme as we tested the lows there. And then it was just a matter of green never dipped back below the red here, so midterm buyers were always active in the setup, as were short-term buyers here. Finally, setting up to what could be the beginnings of a short configuration as the steel continues to rise up here. But as long as cyan is below red, it's got potential for maintaining itself at this particular point. And lots of work to do here with our adjustments. We can see that we ended up with a lot of these DTs, which is just a formation that illustrates where we would have the turnaround points. It's just the BK portion where I'm having a break in the algo and getting it to read the adjustment where it matches the trend going forward. And I've written a bunch of new language on that. I'm hoping to implement that and potentially see the effects of that later on Monday's action. So if that works out and the language works, then we'll start to see the change conversion back into those, so that it captures that a little quicker, because realistically, once it's turned green, this would have all stayed green as we were rising up, because you can see the shakeout. Very healthy throughout all of this. You can see the shakeout has stayed green through it, so that's going to turn to match the bar standpoint. It's been an effective approach there. You can see positive extremes right here, which means this entire move is going to get retraced. So all the way back down to that 2131 from where we are at 39. So under the proper self-configuration, that's a pretty decent move that we'll be able to capture from a short side standpoint. Not bad at all. At this particular point, I think we just have to go with where the daily is, and it's got a slight upside bias with considerable weakness within it. So not looking for anything to be super sustained. However, we'll just have to stay with it, particularly with the news events as they are, and see how they impact things. But as always, I will be on the Skype chat and programming extensively. So if you have questions or whatever, feel free to put them on the Skype chat. As always, though, trade well. We'll talk to you later.